Okay, Devious, don't move. The bishop.
The bishop.
I love that.
Yes, the bishop.
I love being surprised by all this stupid shit. That's awesome. And you know what? It was perfectly short as well. Thank you. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday, April 22nd.
I'm glad the 5 people. I love that fact that I work on these things and like 5 people get to only see the.
They'll see them some more.
40 people.
Oh, it's fine.
Right this moment.
I do these for me.
Yes, yes, of course you do. Of course you do. So here we are, and yeah, we're
here.
gonna give you another day of riffing, another day of boredom, and
Oh, that's so cute, Autobot. Thank you for that funny thought.
what is there a ball game on?
There is, but he's insinuating that I was at a ball game or watching a ball game yesterday.
Oh no, he had a thing.
I had to get my wrist X-rayed.
Yes.
Ooh, ow.
Yeah, shit happens.
Yes. But it's okay, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure because I didn't talk to you since then. So I was like
The
a little,
bishop.
little concerned about you. All right. So yeah, today's show. Dennis, you wanna summarize?
Today's show was all right. I will summarize with an analogy. Basically, today's show is like you go into a wood mill and you sweep up all the shit on the floor.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then you get some resin and you make planks out of that stuff that was laying all over the floor. And then you cut it and then you make furniture out of the waste that was all over the floor in the place. And that's what we had today. It's complete leftover shit. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, we still have another day.
Yeah. There was nothing. There was literally nothing of note except the end of the show. Actually, once again, was a thing of note.
Although I did enjoy having the conversation about the brothers and IPA beer, and
yes,
how
that was something interesting too.
Incredibly stupid and really intellectually incurious in the highest order. I mean, I just don't even understand. I don't even know why the fuck we do this show anymore. I got to be honest with you. It's just
we're notating
the
demise of a once popular person in media.
Yeah.
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 It's pretty bad.
Mo, can you do me a favor with that chair? Could you say, grab your lightsaber, strike me down, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete?
No, absolutely not. I will not do it.
I can't.
I will not do that. I did do for you, but I did do engage. I don't like that you think that this chair is a.
Oh, here we go. I found something. Oh, this is fucking terrible.
I am so jealous of your chair, bro. You know, if I had that chair, I would be going. It was I who leaked the plans to the rebels.
And it goes all the way back too. It's really cool. And
it's a sick fucking chair, bro.
Jesus. Okay, I found what I was looking for you.
All right, save it for later.
It's fucking terrible.
Sooner or later. All right, so everybody, let's start this shit show and see where it gets us. So we're going to talk about the brothers. We're going to talk about, honestly, there's nothing here. It's super comfortable, Jamie.
It is awesome, dude.
However, that said, and this is like the worst thing, you and Xavier and Dennis talk amongst yourselves for about 5 minutes because I realized
5 minutes.
I don't 3 minutes. I don't have any readers here. I have no glasses and I cannot see. I'll be right back.
Oh, well, in that case.
Okay, Devious, don't move. The bishop.
The bishop.
I'm actually surprised we haven't done more Monty Python
Yeah.
references.
You know what I realized the other day about Monty Python is that after season or it's, I guess, series 3, is that John Cleese left, and it doesn't have the same tone without John Cleese.
Oh man,
It
that guy
keeps it a little more
genius, dude.
grounded.
That man is genius. He's still alive too, isn't he?
Oh
Who?
yeah,
Well,
he
I
is
think
an
two of them,
absolute
two of
genius.
them have passed away.
Yeah,
rest is
it's a
still going.
shame. Oh, one of them drank himself to death. The blonde one, he drank himself to death. It was
Yeah,
kind of
Yeah,
sad.
is it Terry Gilliam?
No, Terry Gilliam's still alive. He did
Wait,
Jabberwocky.
wait. Autobot, you mean to tell me you're not familiar with the Monty Python opening, bro?
Wow.
Him of all people. He.
Wow.
Ooh, 'cause that's famous. Like that at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my God, JJ.
wow.
Duh. Of course I do. Yes, of course I do. Write to me, please. I absolutely want it. Stop it. I'm in the middle of negotiating.
He's not John Cleese, dude.
You. Give me my, you two.
What am I doing? I'm just sitting here.
You two
Yeah,
are the
Graham,
one.
yeah.
Tell you something, Xavier Dennis yesterday played so many of the stupid.
Oh, they were perfectly timed, though. They were timed.
They were perfectly timed.
They were timed.
You do a great job. Yes, JJ. Yes.
You know what? You know what's also perfectly timed.
Okay, Devious. Don't move. The bishop.
Write to me at radiogunk@gmail.com and we will negotiate. Okay. I absolutely want that t-shirt. Absolutely. All right. We're going to start the show. We started. John Cleese was a transformer.
Dude, the funniest episode of Cheers ever is the one where he was the marriage counselor guy that was Fraser's friend, and as a wedding gift, he did a psychoanalyst of Diane and Sam, and he told them that they're like the worst couple in the world, and she just kept on fucking hounding him. That was like top tier shit.
Sin Lu, I wrote to you on a PM in radiogunk.com/forums. I would like to talk to you about your needs, your fashion needs. I am here for you. So let us get working on that. Okay, let's go. Starting with Rob Zombie. And this led into a whole Rob Zombie conversation that nobody cares about. And it's probably the 50th time they've done this. So let's go there.
Hey-o. Hi-yo. Hi-yo. Beautiful music from Mr. Rob Zombie and Howard Stern. Coming at you. Rob Zombie, Howard Stern, a collaboration, Great American Nightmare. I would like to get back in the studio with Rob, but once we made this song, he never asked again.
Yeah, I can imagine why.
It was embarrassing. It was so shameful. Like he was like, "Just sing, man, just sing," and I'm like, "I am singing." I was nervous.
Honestly, he's gone through this 40 times.
Bro.
50
Oh
times?
no. We're in the thousands at this point.
This is literally the equivalent. If I went now to my mom and showed her my Citizen of the Week 4th grade award and trying to have her give me some sort of reaction to it.
Did you win a Citizen of the Week
In
award?
4th grade, I sure did. But you know what?
Yeah.
I was literally like one of the last kids in the class because I think one of the rules is every kid had to win one at some point. And I think that the teacher was avoiding me for some fucking reason, and then finally, like, oh, it was me, and then it was Jerry Mondello. Jerry Mondello was the last guy to get it, and I was the second to the last that year. And then
And Jerry Mondello went on to become a kingpin in the cartel.
Some dude
no,
there.
actually, he went to security guard. I ran into him years later.
Yeah.
He didn't give you a closed set.
No, well, somebody had to hit record. We couldn't close the set entirely.
Oh, yeah. Closed set, Robin. Okay. So Robin also talks about her amazing ability to make money. We're going to come back to that later.
Oh, this is phenomenal. I loved every second of that.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Stuttering John, disgusting lumpy goiter. Would you, whoever's doing that, stop it.
I'm not moving anything. I'm not touching anything.
Xavier, the wrap-up show asked for text for the grossest segment in show history that made you sick. I texted every time Howard plays the guitar. They didn't read it. Yeah. I do sense a slight improvement in his guitar play, I must confess.
Well, he's been playing for 40 years. He actually isn't
bro,
as bad.
come on.
No, seriously, he's been playing for 40
Oh
years.
no, I'm talking about the improvement part. Give me a break.
Well, you'll hear, and you'll let me know.
I honestly think no, this is all a bullshit act, because he actually is passable. He's been passable for years.
Yes.
Passable.
Yes.
And the act of not being able to play at all is tiring. It's boring.
Yes.
Yes. I'm kind of over it at this point.
I know. I literally only have
At this point, took you this long?
No, I've been over for a while.
And then I'm kind of over it as well. All right. So then he's talking about Rob Zombie and Rob Zombie's painting. And interestingly enough, like, so Dennis, what did you Google? Because I went crazy looking for Rob Zombie artist.
Oh, no. That, you don't look for that.
Painter. And it just kept coming up with pictures or paintings of Rob Zombie.
No, Rob Zombie's painting. And I actually found this is the incredible art of Rob.
Okay, don't share it yet. Let me play the clip. And then we'll come back.
I'll get ready.
Get it ready. Okay, here we go.
Getting ready.
So, yeah.
In the air. And
you have to live with it every day. You hear it every day.
The reason I'm thinking about Rob is I have a beautiful painting by Rob Zombie that hangs right outside my studio here. So when I come to do the show, I take a look at it, and it is just absolutely breathtaking. When I was painting, I painted something for Rob, and Rob painted something for me, and we exchanged paintings. And Rob's painting takes up an entire wall in my house. Yeah, it's beautiful. And
okay, that's a Rob Zombie original.
That is a Rob Zombie.
It looks like it's something
original.
that was printed.
That is a actual real Rob Zombie painting. I shit you not. That is a signed piece of art.
You know what it looks like? You remember, like, Mr. What's it? That one dude that copies. Who's that one graffiti guy? What's his name? You know, like the graffiti artists. They
Banksy?
print. They do a print. Yeah. Exit to the gift shop. That guy. They do the printout, and then they kind of like they paint over it. They do.
Well, they finish it.
That's what that looks like.
But this is what they're considering a Rob Zombie piece of art.
Rob Zombie art. Okay, just so what you're
saying. I could even share the page. I found it on. It is actually for sale. It's for sale.
What's it worth?
Right now, does not tell me. Imagine that. I have to log in and all.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
I'm not doing it all.
Well, good job, because I was looking for while you guys were talking about it, but then it turned out I entered Sherry Zombie Beaver Shot, and that's why I wasn't getting any of Rob's art.
But you don't need me anymore.
So, isn't that clown like from one of his movies?
Yes.
Yeah, the Spalding the clown from House of a Thousand Corpses.
Aren't these all like basically weird things from?
Well, you got Betty Boop,
ish.
Obviously, right? Then you have Spalding, and I don't know who those. I'm guessing it's from maybe like the Devil's Reject or something.
I've never seen a Rob Zombie movie. I don't know.
I refuse to watch a Rob Zombie movie.
I like horror genre, and by its very nature, it's kind of lowbrow shit. So
it's perfect for Rob Zombie then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, let's move on a little bit and let's see.
Oh, look at this. Of course. What about Al knows the answer? It's the Firefly family.
What movie? From what movie?
The Devil's Rejects.
Oh, I don't know.
Jesus.
Didn't I just say that?
Devil's Reject?
Devil's Reject is a sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, okay. These are all things I know nothing about, and I'm good with that. Just so you know.
Stop it!
I'm really good with that. Okay, so then he goes into a conversation about Kanye West. So I don't know if any of you are in the loop.
You know what? I live in San Diego. I live like probably 3,300 miles away from Howard, and I could hear the spring boing from when he saw that story where he
It
popped the
was.
rod.
Well, and it's just curious the way he
Well,
portrayed it for himself. And so I want to go through that, but let's look at Kanye's tweet.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
We've been talking for years now. Why doesn't Howard just come out and say it? Kanye, for as horrible as he is, he just came out and said it over the weekend.
Okay,
And-
listen to me very closely. I know what the context of this conversation we're going to have is, but it can get us in a lot of trouble.
I didn't say anything, bro.
YouTube machine. So
I did.
I know.
What that I was pretty much done talking.
I got
it. Did I say anything that would
keep the
constitute a
word
strike?
that rhymes with pest
I didn't say anything.
out of our
Exactly.
conversation.
Okay.
Yes,
In
and
fact-
he uses Adobe. Yes.
Yes, PDF file.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So,
Okay, Mo.
however, now you don't know. Listen, it's easy for us to just slide
Okay,
into
well,
it.
what if we do one of those Major League Sports disclaimers before we say that? Like this copyrighted podcast is a presentation of authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Gunk. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this podcast may not be disseminated without the express consent of Mr. Whiskers.
It's because Robin then talks about it and does use the word, and so I'm
Well, that's on them.
I'm trying to, negotiate this in the best way that we can possibly do it. All right, here's Kanye's Twitter. The song is called Cousins, about my cousin that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't, quote, look at dirty magazines together anymore. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what was
6?
6.
my dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Yi, and my cousins till I was 14.
Concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking uptown.
So you do with this what you will. The song that he then played, which is kind of, I guess, a work in progress, was horrible.
Oh, it's pretty terrible, but it's right up. It's right up. It's right up.
This is great. What a horrible day to know how to read.
It's right up Howard's alley. It is absolutely. That is such a perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now when you listen to Howard talking about it, you're gonna hear
Oh, jeez. I can't imagine. This is going to be bad, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it is.
it's a bizarre spin. So let's listen to it and let's kind of parse through this, and then you'll hear Robin, who's equally.
Yikes.
All right, here we go. He calls Kanye admirable for revealing this information.
Oh, Jesus.
Germany.
Then maybe, hey, I mean, he's a troubled guy. He put out a song in a way. It's sort of admirable. The song's about how he knew his cousin for the first 14 years of his life, his male cousin.
What?
Yeah. Kanye West shocked the world yesterday when he tweeted about an incestuous sexual relationship he had with his cousin. Again, who knows if it's true, because with this guy, I don't know anymore. But until he was 14 years old, he put out a new song called Cousin.
They called it an incestuous
Yeah, well, it's your cousin.
relationship,
Yeah.
but was it consensual?
Wow, that's her
So-
question. That's literally her question. Are you serious? The thing is, Howard, with that Hollywood mentality, that Hollywood, morality. I mean, there's nothing great or good about this. This is a disturbing thing.
Okay, just for context,
Yes.
how old was Kanye when? It was like, what are the ages here?
Apparently,
What
they
we
were kind of in the same age group.
Like maybe
They were
a year or two apart.
7. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this is really disturbing.
So they
on
were
a
just
lot of
playing
levels.
dandy balls.
Yeah,
They were
exactly.
playing Dandy balls. That's exactly right. So then
Okay.
Robin ponders this even more, which is very confusing and curious, and says this.
People describe things these days and they don't
Yeah.
necessarily get it right.
No,
An
absolutely.
incestuous relationship indicates that it might have been consensual and
What?
not a young boy being influenced by an older boy, which would be rape.
What?
She's an imbecile. If you're in the same family, it is that thing. If you are in the same family and the tree, there isn't a lot of branches in that tree. Yeah,
Is that how it works?
that's how it works.
Yeah.
That's not what my uncle told me.
She's an idiot. I mean, she really is an idiot. That was a stupid statement.
And I'm not necessarily sure where she's coming from, like considering the fact that she's, written extensively in her book
Supposedly,
about
allegedly.
alleged issues with her dad, which would then be considered, rhymes with pest. But I think that this is a completely different. You're exactly right. These are kids playing dandy balls. But to come out with that and
It's
to,
weird, bro.
first off, I
But
think he has some severe mental
You
men-
think? No.
issues that it's not going to end well for Kanye. It's just not.
No. I mean, it never ends well. When you get into this mind space, that only bad things happen.
Only
Seriously,
bad can
only
come.
bad things.
He really needs to shut the fuck up and like go away for a little while. He really does.
I mean, honestly, like a high doses of Thorazine every day would probably be good for him.
And I don't necessarily know that he wasn't really kind of mentally wrong as a child as well. And that,
But I mean, just
off
be put
the net.
away and kind of
Oh.
like, you know what I mean? Maybe kind of like have that peace that
Yeah.
might help. But I
Yeah.
mean, because what he's doing right now ain't helping. This is really bad. This is really bad.
Disturbing as things can possibly be. It really
Yeah.
is. So, Howard's like, God, I wish I could write a song where I talked
Jesus.
about things that I need to tap into because of my mental state and blah, 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 blah. And he, I too feel bad for his kids. But Tamara, what's curious? It's like so many times you see on like social media, like on Reddit or whatever, that, Kanye's oldest daughter is with him in Japan, or the kids are together with him, and that girl that's practically fucking naked with her tits hanging out all over the place.
Well, she was naked, actually.
She was
Yeah.
completely naked. I mean,
She was completely naked.
it's a sickness, and I would fight for full custody of those children and really kind of keep him at an arm's distance.
You know what was funny? I thought Tamara was actually talking about Howard because I feel bad for his kids too.
In a different way, yes. In a different
because he messed. Well, I mean, he
In
had,
a-
he had Uncle Ralph around all the time.
in a different way.
Yeah, well, Uncle Ralph was around all the time.
Dennis. Yeah, I think it's too late for North as well. I agree with you there. I think
It's all bad.
she's going to be a Kardashian through and through. She really is. Yeah. So Howard's talking about what he wants to write some songs, and he should, tap into his mental issues and childhood trauma and shit like that to write a song. And he comes out with this bullshit.
Trying to think of all the weird stuff I've done in my life, and then I could write a hit song about it. I was actually emailing with Rick Dees last night. I was thinking about Rick, and Rick had a hit song. I'm so jealous of that.
He's still going on about this, which is
Rick
like
Dees had a hit song in the 70s.
yes.
It was Disco
Still
Duck.
carry on about that.
This could be
Yeah.
your disco duck.
Yeah, I need a song. I just like something like one of the things I did when I was a kid, when I get angry, I'd go to my room and chew on my furniture. So I'm thinking like, I chewed on my furniture.
God, he sucks.
Good.
Grit in your underwear.
My mom washed my underwear in the sink.
So I was talking to Dr. Scott, who is like our resident psychiatric help. And he said, that could be a symptom of something called pica, P-I-C-A. Yeah,
Oh, Pika. That's what. Yeah.
pica disorder. Eat non-food items like dirt, paint chips, and feces. And it is a disorder also seen in people living with autism spectrum disorder. And you know what? A part of me thinks that he may have some sort of like little spectrum issue.
Well, no, he has. What's that? I can't with because of his body shape and all. I can't think what it's called all of a sudden.
Body dysmorphic syndrome.
No. It's a different disease. But I know we definitely has that because he exemplifies it, and I can't think what it's called all of a sudden. I don't think he has
I think
this.
the word you're
think it's
looking
bullshit.
for. The word you're looking for is asshole. He's a fucking asshole. That's what he is.
But you know, this could be like even in
Nah,
a smaller
it's not
him.
form,
Okay.
people that like chomp on ice all the
All
time.
right, all right. Monique,
Yes.
it's a lie.
Okay.
We're diagnosing a lie.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
100%.
so we can't diagnose a lie because it didn't happen.
Okay. I'm just listen. I'm
He
trying to. I'm,
always wants to fucking
it's called a
partake
conversation.
in whatever the flavor of the month is going on, no matter what it is.
It's a conversation within the show that we do. Okay?
I understand that, but he there's no deep dive. There's no disease there. It's a bullshit artist bullshitting. That's all this is. It's him just making up a story to kill time and make a stupid song.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to move on. So then Blit had a conversation with Ronnie, and I'm not understanding Ronnie here either. A simple yes or no would have been a easy way out of this conversation, but he chose not to. Yes, women with low iron have people.
No, here it is. Here it is. What I was looking for. Marfan syndrome. He is definitely. He's Marfan man.
He is Marfan man. I agree with you on that. All right. So here's Ronnie talking about whether or not he believes the earth is round. Sorry.
You think the earth is a sphere, a globe, right?
Whatever it is, dude.
Oh, you're not sure?
Whatever it is.
What do you mean, whatever it is?
I don't know.
You don't know if the earth
I
is
don't
flat
care.
or round?
Does it matter?
Yeah, it does. I'm curious.
Why does it matter?
It matters to me.
Are you existing? Are you existing?
I'm existing right now.
Okay. So
Yes.
what is the difference? If it's flat, it's round, it's square, it's triangle. You're existing. Don't
So
worry about it. I exist. That's all I know.
What an ass.
I'll tell you what. I tell you what this probably was, and because remember they did a lot of editing on this. Probably Blit was just annoying the hell out of him with tons and tons of questions, and finally he's like, "I don't care anymore. Whatever it is, just stop it." Just
I don't know why he humors Blit. I don't know why these people
because he gets paid to do it.
I guess.
Dude, at this point, look at all of them. This is like literally someone at a leopard colony carrying around Purell, for fuck's sake. It's like they're all horrible human beings, man. All of them. There's not one of them you go, well, that I want to hang out with that dude.
You know, you're right. They are all despicable. Every single one of them are people that I would never want to hang out with.
No.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. They're just miscreants and oddballs and basically functioning whackpackers. And it's really all they are. I bet you some of them smell too. Just
Oh, I guarantee that. I guarantee JD smells.
I bet you.
Dude.
Oh, I guarantee that.
It's some fucking expired bologna smell in that
I bet you, and Richard Christie, I bet smells like funk. You know,
well, I mean, he looks like a boiled ham. So I mean,
it's my favorite.
On the subway kind of funk. It's really disgusting. All right, let's get into a conversation about George Takei's birthday. And I don't really care about George Takei, nor do I care that his birthday was.
It's like we're talking about George Takei in 2025. I mean, his relevance is almost zero at this point.
Yes.
I mean, it really is almost zero. He's 88 years old.
88 years old.
Star Trek is as dead as a doornail. As an IP, it is as dead as a doornail. You go to any con, there's no one dressed as Star Trek people.
Oh my!
It is as dead as a doornail.
Yeah, well, you know what? For a show that was only on what, two seasons? What are they?
No, the original show was
five-ish.
Four. It was
original Star Trek.
Four seasons. The original 3 or 4.
But
then it was the move. It was the cartoons, and then the movies. The movies what cemented it. The first 5 movies cemented it because they were phenomenal. It was 3 seasons.
You know
but they made a cartoon.
It's that Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz don't get enough credit for that.
No, that's true.
It was basically if it wasn't for them, the show wouldn't have existed.
But then the popularity picked up in the 70s. I remember the cartoon, and they had everybody that was on the show do the voices on the cartoon.
But isn't it funny that we only know the Star Trek from reruns? You know what I mean?
Well, I wasn't born when it came out.
Right. So it's 66, 67, 68. So the first, it's so funny how many episodes they used to do on a season back then. First season was 29 episodes. Second season was 26 episodes. Third season was 24 episodes. That's actually a huge body of show in today's spectrum of like 8 episodes or 10 episodes max, on anything. And then the animated series came out in 73 to 74. And then we had Next Generation started in 87, and that went for 7 seasons. Deep Space Nine went for 7 seasons. Voyager went for 7 seasons. Enterprise went for 4 seasons. Wow, a lot of stuff. Picard, which I actually really like.
Oh, Picard was shit.
uh,
That was I'll fight you on that. That was garbage.
Listen,
The beating down of the white man to make him a senile old geezer. Absolutely embarrassing.
What are we talking about here?
Picard, first season 1 and 2 was embarrassing.
Oh yeah. It wasn't. It could have. Yeah.
The death of Star Trek.
Listen. Honestly, the reason Star Trek became a thing is because Ricardo Montalban. Because the original show, it had a following, but it was more like niche-y. Nobody really. I mean, it was. If you go back, it's really cheesy. The first movie sucked with V'ger. The movie sucked balls in the Baltic.
It's like 2 hours worth of just show.
You have no honor. It wasn't until freaking Wrath of Khan came out that they got traction, and then then every other movie was sucked, but every other movie was decent and fun to watch.
Yeah, the odd ones were bad. The even ones are good.
Yeah.
But the thing is that Space Seed, and that's where Ricardo Montalban originally played. He originally was on the series as oh my God, Khan, and he was phenomenal. Actually, if you really go back and watch Space Seed, the way Ricardo Montalban portrayed himself, you honestly could believe this guy was some arrogant Ultraman that actually was controlling millions of people. He literally gave that aura.
Dude, yeah, he killed it. Dude, at the end of Wrath of Khan, when they're trying to get away from him and he just does the self-destruct on his ship, he goes, "From hell's heart, I stab at thee. For hate's sake, I spit my last breath at thee." And then he dies. Like, fuck, that was like, they don't make movies like that anymore.
No.
Hello.
Hi, George. This is Ricardo.
Ricardo.
Yes.
How are you?
How are you?
Just great.
I was just calling to say hello.
Well, it's always delightful to hear from you.
So, what are you doing this evening?
Well, believe it or not, tomorrow I'm taking off on a Star Trek cruise. We have Star Trek conventions that now float.
Are you going to come out to Fantasy Island?
Well, we're sailing from San Pedro.
So funny. He sounds nothing like Ricardo.
I know.
And, we're going through the Panama Canal. Yes. What are you up to?
I'm just driving around with talking on my new phone.
Oh, well, good for you.
Yes, I was thinking about trying to buy some hookers.
Oh my!
Is that your doggy?
That's my dog.
What's your dog's name?
She's a papillon. Her name is Ren.
Ren?
Speak French?
Very little.
Well, Ren means queen.
I know Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, no, not that Ren. Rene.
I see.
Ren. La Reine. Her full name is La Reine Blanche.
That's a pretty.
La Reina Blanca.
That's a pretty name.
Thank you.
Have you have you been watching E when they had the story about tattoo?
No.
And that's why I'm calling. I was wondering if you a midget naked.
I don't think you're Ricardo Montalban.
Oh my God, that was awful. That never gets old.
It does not get old. So anyway, so he turned 88. And a friend of his from Japan gifted him it's something called a golden vest and a
Do you have a picture? Do you have a picture?
Oh, do I ever? And apparently it's traditional wear for when you turn 88 in Japanese culture.
Wait, China? So you changed countries?
No, Japan. What did I say?
I thought you said China. But then again, I am what you call a slow adult.
Kurt, you ready?
Yes.
Is he a mariachi? What the hell's going on there?
He honestly looks like a fast food mascot.
He looks like a mariachi in this episode, bro. Oh, bro.
He looks like a disturb.
Wow. You know what? They were totally effing with him. He just didn't realize.
He just didn't realize. That is so fucking funny to me. I'm so delighted to celebrate my 88th birthday today with dear friends and family in New York. A thoughtful friend from Japan gifted me a golden vest and hat, traditional garments worn by those turning 88 in Japanese culture. I learned that this is the milestone marks the beginning of one's second childhood. So naturally, I embraced the spirit and zoomed it up for the camera. What a joyous day filled with love, laughter, and cultural connection. The wrestling gourmet.
Can we do
gourmet?
Hey Mo, can we do a side by side between him and the man with the yellow hat from Curious George? Because that's exactly what he looks like. He just needs that little monkey next to him.
All right. George. Okay.
If I'm lying, I'm dying, folks.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh my God.
How is that not like intellectual, like ripping off?
That's horrible. Really, it's horrible.
He looks like.
That is just.
Although you got to wonder about a dude that wears a yellow suit and hangs out with a monkey to begin with. But
yeah, well,
but I digress.
Okay, so let's move on.
Wow.
So then, curiously enough, we didn't play the Cardi B versus Tan Mom.
Yes, you know why? We have taste.
Yeah.
We have taste. That's why.
So they loved it so much, apparently, on this show that not only did they do.
It wasn't that they loved it so much. The fans loved it so much. They got victory laps for it.
By they, I meant the fans.
They got victory lap. Well, the fans are actually the back office writing the stuff. So it's okay.
Not only the fucking victory lap, but the sheer gall of Chris Wilding afterwards is just pure genius to me. So let's play the Everyone Loves Cardi B Tan Mom. Yeah, of course they get letters, so there's that.
Yeah, you got to move the show along. Yeah, a lot of people, I'm just saying, I'm not reading all the fan mail here right now, but I'm just telling you, everyone seemed to be taken with this fake conversation between Tan Mom and Cardi B.
I don't apologize to anyone, bitch.
Yeah. Howard, excellent bit with the Cardi B Tan Mom call. Hardest I've laughed in a while. Kudos.
Nobody, okay.
Chris Wilding wrote that.
Nobody uses the word kudos. Nobody.
Chris Wilding does.
I have not used the word kudos in a sentence, in verbally, in any. I actually can't recall ever even writing the word or typing the word kudos. Right?
I did like a couple of decades ago, maybe.
Maybe.
Kudos.
Remember?
Isn't that like a candy bar too, or some shit like that?
It's not a word. It's not a word anyone uses. It's just wrong. So Wilding is so taken by how amazing everybody thought that the Tan Mom Cardi B thing was, and so of course he's going. So then he's got to thank everybody because he thinks he's getting a fucking award. He thinks he's getting like an Emmy for this momentous phone call that they did. So here's Chris Wilding taking a victory lap for his victory in the Cardi B Tan Mom thing. I mean, it's just so ridiculous that it's laughable. Here we go.
Hear it. It's so good.
I'd be so honored. I'd be so honored if you did, because it takes more work than you think, and when it works, it makes certainly the people who do the prank calls here very happy, including myself.
Yeah, well, you had to first cut up Cardi B
and then we go through the process of making a phony phone call.
Talking. And then when you have Tan Mom on the phone, you have to explain to her that it's some woman who's disgruntled with her at the book signing.
Yes. And then you have to position all the cut up audio in the way you think is going to provoke the biggest reaction from Tan Mom.
If there was an award in radio, this phone call would get an award. You'd realize that. You would have to list all the people. You were involved with it, Chris. Who else was involved?
So I have to give all the credit to Will Murray, who heard this package of Cardi B audio and said, wouldn't it be great if we use some of this to call up Tan Mom? Do you think she'd buy it?
So funny to just think about the fact I don't know. I know we're beating a fucking dead horse at this point.
We are. That's what we do.
But thinking about the fact that there are 70 people there who have absolutely nothing to do except for this, and yeah, you know what? This is your only job, Chris Walding. I can't believe that you are taking so much credit for something so stupid and
not only that,
inane.
Not only that, remember, this is a woman that has a steel plate in her head.
Yes, she does.
I mean, seriously, this is a woman that has been knocked down a few IQ points.
She's not
through trauma.
Well. That's right.
And I mean, this is not even. There is no kudos, as they say, for this.
Are you saying that they're not taking on kids from like MIT or something like that?
Yeah, no. I mean, this
no
is
chance of that.
This is like this.
You know what this is? What the Stern staff is? It's that episode of South Park where they did the Prius thing where everybody liked to smell their own farts. Like that's how they started the car. That's exactly what these motherfuckers are. They love to smell their own fucking farts.
Oh, they do. And considering the fact that they're writing half the letters thanking people on the show.
Yeah, you're being kind, bro.
I am being kind. I know.
For they're writing letters about themselves, thanking themselves for coming up with something that was horrible that just absolutely killed time.
I can't. Okay, so then let's move on a little bit. Hold on, I'm trying to look something up while we're talking. Please hold.
We're holding right now.
Please hold. Processing.
It's almost, there's nothing on the horizon. Like literally, there's nothing been announced for this week or next. Like literally, it's just drifting aimlessly. It's like a ship in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean that has no power, and it's just kind of going where the current takes.
Listing. It's listing.
and it's listing to one side. Yes.
Mr.
Listing. That's exactly right. All right, so then we have Robin talking about how I had to pull something up before we did this.
Yes.
So Gary comes on again. They're talking about his teeth. I've yet to see a good picture of the teeth, or else I would show them to you. But they haven't really had him on.
Let me even set this up even more. This is during a live commercial read.
That's right, for Hyundai.
I mean, literally, this is during a commercial read.
Yes.
So he may have counted this as show. So that's why we got 2 hours, 58 minutes, or 3 hours. It's very close.
Yes.
So, there we go.
All right, here we go.
Howard, this popped into my head last night. I was thinking about Gary, and all of a sudden I said, Gary had cosmetic surgery to
on his
improve
mouth.
his looks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Guys don't do that.
Really, Robin? Because
you gotta be kidding me.
There's this guy on your
gotta
show
be kidding
that has pretty much gotten everything
Done.
tweaked, if you will.
Oh no, that's a little more than tweak. That chin is like that's like a whole different person.
The whole different animal right there.
I mean, that
Peanut's
nose,
the teeth. But yeah, sure. Nobody gets cosmetic surgery.
man, no, guys don't get it. No men has ever gotten cosmetic surgery in Blobbin's mind.
No, guys don't do that.
Guys don't do that. Yeah, wait, John Stamos. I'm sorry, but I have a feeling he's gone to grandma's.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of guys that have gotten stuff.
Well,
even
everybody in Hollywood has been.
Everybody in Hollywood, yeah. I mean, who's the guy that was married to Roseanne? I'm blanking.
Tom Arnold.
Tom Arnold. I mean, Tom Arnold, for God's sake, had cosmetic surgery,
and it paid off. Let me tell you,
the Ken doll shit put in his head. I mean,
well, the fact that she's worked with Howard for 45 years and forgot that his teeth are fake, his nose has been done 3 times, his chin has been done. I mean, and then his
hair is fake.
He literally has a fucking raccoon on his head.
Yeah.
But no, men don't do that. Okay.
So of course this then segues into the fabulous conversation that has to do with the one and only. Okay, now I can't find any clips because there's so many goddamn clips on our sight thing now.
Sight
Hey,
What?
you know.
I wanna feel the sun, have barbecues. I wanna see my friends, the old and new. We'll turn on the game and share some laughs, and we'll play this and that. Now we'll say goodbye to rainy days, to the colder nights and the empty trees. Now full of life and colors new, and it's all here for you.
Guys, I literally ovulated when you played that.
Oh, you're gonna get your period momentarily. Let me just.
It's happening. It's happening.
And crimping up as we speak.
Sometimes I get those cramps hard.
Dude,
it's
we all needed to have today. Here we go.
Yeah.
I was like, no. I'm being masculine.
Masculine.
And I was feeling particularly feminine because last week my two very masculine brother-in-laws came over. They're both they both played practically professional sports.
They didn't practically play professional sports. You know how many kids get into D1 sports like after college?
A lot.
Lots.
A lot.
You're so impressed by them. You're almost jealous. You're jealous.
Oh, no. He's not jealous.
A jock.
He's aroused. He's not jealous.
He's
It's
jealous of the
arousal.
jockness too. This is. They were kind of like popular boys. Something he could never be. He could never be them. And he's
but he likes them.
No, I know. I'm with you. All right, let's play.
Yeah, they're taller than me, and they're into like lifting weights, and their experience in high school was they were the superstars of their school. That's brother Doug went and played for Penn State under Coach Paterno, and our brother Dave went to the University of Vermont and got a full ride.
Oh wow!
He was,
Vermont, get out of here.
Yeah,
basketball player. These dudes are ultra masculine. And when they come to the house, like I'll give you an example. Like,
listen to this.
Her brother Doug, he didn't even pack clothes to come here. He just packed his entire suitcase with this beer that they like. You know what I mean? Like he's super masculine.
Super masculine.
So, how long do you think that the brothers were there before he asked one of them if they like Kanye to try to break the ice?
Just to break the ice, right? Oh, it's time.
Wait. Actually,
it's time.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to play
it. Go for it.
You like movies about gladiators?
Yes, we do. Let's.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Because Howard is all over that.
Dude.
So
wait, no, this is.
You ever hang around the gymnasium?
Do you think that at any point, whenever back when they actually saw each other naked, that he accidentally called Beth Doug by mistake?
Oh, I bet he did.
I bet he did.
Yeah, I bet he did. Okay, Beth, I need you to bend over and just stay quiet. Concentrate.
It's like The Handmaid's Tale. I put lay Doug on top of Beth, and then fuck Beth, but think that it's Doug. That's the way.
Do you think he asked the one from Penn State about the old Zelensky fisting?
Yes, I think he did ask about Sandusky.
So wait.
That's Zelensky.
Yeah. Fisting
you know what? All those Eastern European names sound the same.
So the thing is, I bet he actually has a picture of the brothers on the bed on the wall.
It's like Deadpool, where it's just a cutout, he just staples it to the back of her head.
just like in The Simpsons, not Simpsons, Married with Children. How he used to actually have the playmates. No. He has the brothers up there on the wall.
Shut up, pig.
Okay, so they
Holy.
start to talk about beer, and listen to this manly conversation.
Manly.
Yeah, here we go.
We're sitting and eating dinner, and my brother-in-law Dave is drinking this beer, and I go,
Beer.
What's the story on this beer?
Beer.
You know, what's the story on the beer?
Beer.
He goes, I won't drink that shit they sell. You know, I only drink an IPA. I think he said IPA. I go, and I didn't want to say, oh, what's that? Because, you know, then I'm ultra femme. I go, yeah. What's with that IPA beer? And evidently, it's like that beer Richard Christie drinks. Like it's like
Richard talks
specialty
about
beer.
IPAs all the time. They're micro brews. You know, they don't make. It's not mass produced.
They know nothing.
Wrong.
Nothing.
Hey, Dennis, drop some knowledge on us, bro.
Okay, because nobody on this show has any knowledge of what an IPA is. IPA stands for India Pale Ale, and it was developed by the British because they had this little colony called India, and their people in India wanted beer. But beer has a problem when it's put on a ship for weeks. What happens is that it goes bad. But if you make a high hop content, it will actually keep on aging as you keep it on the ship.
Oh, Lord.
The hops are, it's almost, they keep fermenting.
Okay.
And it gives it a hoppy taste. Not my favorite. There's only a few I like. But it usually has a little higher alcohol content. And it was mainly started from that. And there are many mass-produced IPAs. Many IPAs.
Many. Yeah.
I just got the
very
vapors.
hot like 15, 20 years ago. It was like everybody was drinking IPAs because that was like the thing, you know. And they were like kind of blonde and, you know, just a little bit different looking. And a lot of IPAs get like flavor infused into them. So you have like a grapefruit IPA or a chocolate IPA or shit like that.
I heard that he got something else infused into him at Pennsylvania.
Yes.
You got Sandusky?
You know what? It was just horseplay. Horseplay.
So let's continue. Here they are watching.
You know what's so funny though is that obviously there's no money being cross-hand, so he can't name it. It was I was drinking right in front of him. The names are usually right on the can, and I'm imagining these are cans, and literally it's right there. But because there's no money involved, there's no proper name.
What are you insinuating that they only talk about name brands when they're getting paid? Come on.
Maybe one
time that his mother called Beth so she could order stuff on DoorDash or whatever the hell.
DoorDash, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you mean say that wasn't just organic conversation?
Well, when they had the Nathans sent to them on their birthday,
and
they kept on having Nathans go there, and they had all the Nathans hot dogs and Nathans fries, and so they had all the Nathans stuff sent by the guy from Nathans. Yes.
Wait, are you going to tell me next that he doesn't hate Steven Singer?
Well, let's back up a little bit and let's discuss what moron, unless you're going to Howard Stern's house where you know he has nothing fucking fun to eat or drink, right? Except for like cashews. Why would somebody going away for Easter pack beer in their suitcase to bring with them on a trip? Why?
White trash.
That is so white trash. It's so white trash.
White trash.
It really is.
What are those things called? Koozies? What are those things called that you keep beer warm with?
Yeah, koozie.
No, it's cool. Koozie. Yeah, a koozie. See?
Koozie, right? Koozie.
That's a koozie. It keeps it cold.
Koozie.
Not warm.
He brought his own koozie with him as well. And that this is what they have to drink at their house for Easter, that he has to pack it. It's just insanity to me. It's just so stupid.
The thing is, in Florida, especially where Howard is, there's a lot of stuff imported from other parts of the country. Like I can get beers from the Northeast here in Tampa. It's not very hard.
This is
right
very
down
true.
There, easily can get beers from all over the United States.
You think that he maybe even did like a small Google search to see whether or not his favorite IPA was available down
Not when
there?
you Crow Magnum.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's really weird, bro. I mean, it's not like you go through duty free and you grab something, but you're going from what they live like Arizona to freaking Florida. There's not gonna be a what?
It's beer. Who needs to fucking
exactly?
I could even see if there's like an amazing wine that you went to a vineyard and you taste, you want people to try, to just taste this amazing wine that you bought. I can see that. I can see bringing a bottle of wine or two.
Not only that, but like I've lived in Florida, and there's a bunch of like cool little like little hole in the wall like bars that have like all they do is just have all these different type of beers from all over the country and stuff.
We have this place. It's a little place. It's called Total Wine. They have them here, and literally their beer aisle, you can buy singles of almost any brewery in the United States.
Yeah.
There's stuff I've never seen before. I'm like,
that's a
holy
thing.
crap.
And if you're an adult, you should, after the age of 21, you should know that these places exist. The fact that you bring shit with you is it's either a made up story or you're just a fucking weirdo.
They're just weird Cro-Magnon men. I mean, don't forget.
Exactly.
They both peaked in like 13th grade, right? They both
no about 2021.
Neither of them is like some super CEO of a corporation. None of them they're just fair to middling men who peaked in college. And that's who they are. Period. Full stop.
I mean, how many times do you think that they talk to Beth on the phone and don't start off the conversation with, is he still alive?
Thank you, Jeremy Harrelson. Are Howard and Beth going out doing anything in Palm Beach? Howard seems frightened of being in MAGA country. Is there anyone they know in Palm Beach that they're politically or socially simpatico with? Billy Joel is down there, and so is Bon Jovi.
But he's not in Palm Beach.
And but they're close enough. They're close enough. They're both right there. They're both right there. But
it's not really right there.
I mean, everybody's close when you have car service,
Yeah, exactly. When you don't have to drive,
you get in the back, get sloshed, and
but why do they?
When we get there,
and Bon Jovi were close by. Are they not?
Yeah,
they don't. I don't think they live in Palm Beach.
We did an episode where we deduced that they were about 10-minute drive away from each other.
Oh, they are okay.
Close. I think they're close. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue with the manly and masculine assholes that came to the house because they're just really important to talk about. All right, hang on a second. I just want to find something else here. Give me one moment. I'm sorry.
I want to feel the sun, have barbecues. I want to see my friends, the old and new.
They look semi-retarded too. They do look.
They're missing a chromosome.
They kind of are.
It's like Beefus.
They all have those like weird close set eyes. They're just like they're very Polish. All right.
They are.
They are.
They are.
And then, of course, what did they do? They sat down to watch the Masters golf tournament,
which was phenomenal. By the way,
and I was like, I don't care about this, but I better act like I do.
Did you watch golf?
Yeah. Well, my father-in-law's there. My two brother-in-laws, they're all hyper masculine. My father-in-law played football in college.
And he also got a felony. So yeah, he's hyper masculine.
So he really
all these, jocks. And me, I'm sitting there and I'm sitting there like kind of strumming green sleeves on the guitar. My mother-in-law thought it was beautiful.
Mama Judy.
This is a man's man. So everybody's watching golf, probably hanging out after like Easter dinner that I'm sure was catered or
No, the Masters was last week.
Oh.
Just a name. Sorry.
Is that your real name, Ostrowski? I'm just curious.
Yes, I'm sure that's his real name.
I'm just curious. Maybe you never know. All right, so here, let's find out.
Ida, can you actually watch the Masters on Passover?
It's not Passover. He doesn't celebrate.
No. But she's posing Ida Greenfeld, wonderful Ida.
Yes,
and I'm curious. They watch the Masters on Passover. Can you actually do it on Passover?
Why?
It's a pretty high holy thing. I was just curious.
Most New York Jews are atheists. You know that.
You're right about that. So yeah.
Along with you. All right. So
you're gambling on it though.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. Hardcore dudes. They're hardcore. What does that mean exactly? Hardcore dudes.
Well, you know what that means.
Hardcore.
You know what that means.
Yeah. So let's listen to this.
Yes, he would.
These guys are. I don't know, man. These guys are hardcore dudes.
Hardcore dudes.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up around men.
I mean, again, belittling his father. You didn't grow up around men. You had no men in your life. Your father wasn't really there for you, so you didn't have any men. You had no friends. You had no family. You had no uncles. You had no cousins. You had no men. You had no men.
No men, except
Yeah,
for
but this is
Stacy.
like when Robin gives a marriage advice. Come on, man.
I know. Let's continue. Let's continue.
No, my father wanted nothing to do with me. I told you. And like they go outside and everyone my nephew, he's like a kid, but he throws. They get out there and immediately they're throwing a ball around. They're throwing footballs, and each guy has a better arm than the next guy. And I'm like, I'm. No one ever says
You're
to
not
me,
touching that ball.
No, God, I'll be like, it would be embarrassing. It would be embarrassing. I'm not doing that.
No, of course not. Nobody
Like
asked
the
you.
second they're outside, there's a ball going around.
Wow.
And they're throwing. They look like they're throwing like they're Joe Namath or something.
Whoa.
It's unbelievable.
The ball's really traveling through the air.
Yeah, that hip young player in the NFL, Joe Namath.
Yeah,
And
next week he'll be talking about Lou Rockney.
Did the caveman bring his own fucking football too?
I mean, too. He packed that in the other suitcase.
I think he packed.
I remember watching the Galloping Ghosts. They didn't wear face masks back then.
I mean, yeah, they obviously brought their own football. They brought their own beer.
Yes.
I mean, it's so masculine.
Very masculine.
Fully BYOB to that fucking house because they have nothing. I'm positive of it. No snacks, no treats, no goodies.
Oh no, come on! They have frozen pizza.
Heated.
And they have trail mix that you take out all the cashews.
Cashews, like a psycho bitch. You take out those cashews. I did save that clip somewhere. I have to go back to it one day. Cashews. Who doesn't know how to say cashew?
Somebody that is not very smart.
Dr. Schlafmitz. Yeah. Okay.
Dr. Schlafmitz.
So did this family stay with them while they were?
We have no details. I think they did though, because
they were there all week, probably in the resort.
it's like, yeah, do you stay at the 14-bedroom mansion or do you stay at like Mom and Pop Ostrowski, who probably have like 2 bedrooms or something in their condo?
Wait, that means Stamos was over there with the Ostrowski boys.
Don't know, because I think Stamos maybe just came for a visit.
Yes, but he came during Easter weekend, and they were there for Easter dinner, which was this past Sunday.
Yes.
So they were there for a week.
Ish.
A week-ish. So that means Stamos was there also.
Well, I don't know that
He doesn't even mention. But
I don't know that Stamos stayed there. Maybe he just came for a visit.
By.
Okay.
And there was no mention of it though
Come
at all today.
meet my famous friend, John Stamos. I'm sure that's the way that went.
Absolutely.
So he's talking about his mother and toy guns. How hard was he trying to get them into the pool and hot tub? Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
How
didn't he do that with when he was with Rebecca Romaine?
Hot tub. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
and apparently hijinks happened that night.
Shenanigans.
Do you think that John just comes over to give Beth the old tune-up? You know, take the spark plug?
All right.
Why not? No one else is.
Here's how we're talking about his mom and toy guns. I mean, this is another stupid conversation for the day.
She wouldn't even let me have a toy gun. I had to beg her for one.
All right, listen to this story. Yeah. And again, in Howard's mind, this is how a story goes down. But again, like let's listen to the conversation. It's so stupid. That's why I recorded it.
She thought it was so stupid that I thought it was a real gun. She goes, "I'm worried you'll think it's a real gun." I go, let's say I do. Let's say I'm an idiot and I do think it's a real gun. So I sat her down and I said, "Mom," I was like 6 or
6.
He sat her down.
Sat her down at 6.
Sat her down.
Sat her down. Did you ever sit your mother down at 6?
Oh, absolutely all the time. I literally would school her on just the way things were.
I get okay.
No, Christ, I said it.
Your mom, I know this is a make-believe gun. And I want to play with my friends, cowboys and Native Americans.
Oh, that was the other thing, right? Are you kidding me? Are you...
Did he just say cowboys and Native Americans?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Kids thought the guns they got were real?
Yeah.
Cowboys.
I can't even say it. It's so good.
I'm shocked that he said Cowboys.
Exactly.
God. Oh, God.
You know what? If
brutal.
there's anything that associated with Howard and Cowboys is that they play Brokeback Mountain, bro.
Yes.
I can't quit you.
Then he goes into a conversation about the Knicks again and his
Such a fan.
incredible obsession with his seats and how dare people not come over to him and greet him. Like, you should become, I'm the king.
Wow.
I'm king. How do you not come over to me? Yeah, like that.
No, and I'm such a misery. It's like I'll see somebody who's fairly well known, and I'll go, "Look at that fucker! He won't even come over and say hello to me." And then there's another group of people who come over and say hello, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this guy bothering me?" But I have nothing to say. I mean, I just want to go back. No, you can't win with me.
Wow.
I mean, do we have to revisit Taylor Swift again? Come on, come on, Howard.
You're supposed to be famous and bothered by you, and you're supposed to come over and say hello to me, and then I get aggravated when they.
You're such a dick. You're such a pussy boy. It's just
he is. I mean,
wait. So the funny thing is, when's the last time he was at a Knicks game?
It's been years. It's been years.
2019, I believe, was the last time. It's 6 years ago.
Indeed.
6 years.
The only time he was there is when the Knicks sucked and they just need to fill in the fucking seat.
Exactly. And here's the funny thing. You know, he's such a fan that he didn't watch the game last night.
Right.
I mean, you know, this is a playoff series. It can be over in 4 games, maybe 5. You have spare time.
What you missed yesterday, Xavier, was him saying how amazed he was that and with this fact, he's amazed that on YouTube TV you can either start the game from the beginning, you can play it from where it is live, or you can look at key plays. And he was amazed by this. Like, I had no idea. I never heard of this.
Just because I wasn't here, was he talking about his TiVo or he's moved on to streaming sticks?
YouTube TV. He had a tutor.
Oh my God! Welcome to 10 years ago, bro.
Yeah, no shit. And so why couldn't he do that? Why couldn't he do key plays? What would that have taken? 10 minutes?
I know they actually do summarize a game.
Yeah, you get that option when you log in. It says start from the beginning, start live, or highlight.
You all have it. Yes, we all know.
Yes.
But he didn't know, and he could have done that.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so then some weird dude calls in to play guitar with him or something like this. And
also, was this one of the California callers? Because they had a California caller.
All the California callers
at 5 a.m. It was 5 a.m. in California. This guy calls in 5 a.m. and I'm like, nobody's calling in. This guy, I think, was. I swear he was in like Colorado or something, and it was still really early in the morning.
Yeah,
I mean, way too early for somebody to be up and like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
This was a little bit later because we're getting towards the end.
Yeah, but it was still like 6 a.m. or something like that.
Yes. So I don't know. He starts playing guitar. Who cares? But Howard gives us a little guitar interlude. So here's his guitar playing, and let's hear how he has improved. Here we go.
Are you playing or am I playing?
Go ahead, man. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Beautiful chords. Right?
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yes. You playing or am I playing? He's playing too.
I knew it. I knew he was going to
This
start playing
motherfucker.
as soon as you started playing.
Like that. And so here's the thing I'm thinking about Howard and his guitar playing. Like most people who actually are really good guitar players, like this dude came to my house the other day, was visiting with like his friends. My friend was over and whatever. And he just picks up my guitar and just starts playing it. He just starts playing it. And that's what people do who know how to play guitar. They don't just mimic other songs. They just can strum and they sound really good.
Tunes. They make a tune.
He can't do that. He can only do what he is instructed to do. That's where his focus is.
Did he talk about B flat chords?
No, thankfully not today. No, thankfully not.
No. I'm talking about your friend when he came over.
Oh no. So then let's go back to Robin, who obviously is making so much money on on her on whatever.
Oh, this is great.
What?
LR Heap Townsend. Yes.
That's great.
It's awful. It's great.
So I don't know if Dennis wants to speak to this or whatever.
Play the clip because this is triggered. This actually triggered me. I mean, seriously, triggered me.
So let's talk about money a little bit. Here we go. So this woman calls in. She's another one who called in, and it was kind of early.
Thank you.
Howard, will you help me convince Robin to let me be one of her students for the stock market, because I'm getting killed over here and I need some help.
Well, everybody's getting killed right now.
So she says that, and then of course goes back to, of course, that she's making tons of money.
Well, are you, Robin? Are you making money during this time?
I still make money, but you're
you do.
Yeah.
Robin makes money. The other day, I called her. She was making money. She couldn't even talk to me. She was so busy making money. She knows how to make money in the stock market. I'm not kidding.
Can I please be your student? Please, Robin.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Interesting.
I can't.
I don't even know why you're wasting your time on the radio. You could have a college.
No, I make money.
You know what I mean? You're wasting your time here. Oh,
yeah,
every
we've
time
been
I
having
call
all kinds of conclaves. You know, they're having a conclave for the Pope. We're having a conclave to get back our money.
So she's saying she's making money, but she's trying to get back her money.
All right. So the strategy they use, basically, a blind monkey with Tourette's can make money with this, because in a market that's going up, that the artificial market we've had for the past 10 years. I mean, seriously, you don't have to be a genius to do covered calls and make money. I mean, you just pick something that's of decent quality, that the people don't hate it, they don't have to do anything stupid, and it'll go up just enough, and you could either you make money on the stock, you make money on the call, and you're good. The strategy right now with turmoil, covered calls you're not gonna make money with a covered call right now, because you're either gonna get killed on the call or you get killed on the stock. And honestly, I just, or killed on both. This whole making her into some sort of financial expert when she can't even, contemplate, basic things in life that are very simple.
She has zero knowledge
of anything.
She's a regular Bernie jackoff.
Yeah, I mean, honest to God, there's no. I mean, right now, you if you were smart, you would have realized to go defensive, and you would have gone defensive, gone contra, and that would be the move. But her whole strategy with this idiot unmessable with doesn't do any of that. This is literally for suckers. This is literally for suckers. And when the market's rocketing up and there's no rational reason for it to go up, you'll make money. But as soon as reality hits, you don't make money.
Do you think if you're in that position to invest money, you think anybody on earth is stupid enough to listen to anything she has to say?
No, of course
not. Thank God, no.
Oh, like Michael Burbidge, she needs to prove it. She can't even articulate how she invests. She doesn't even know what dollar cost averaging is. This is insulting. Yeah, of course not. She doesn't know what she's doing.
You're like, okay, here's what we got to do.
Right. All right, Tara. She says no. She won't take you on as a student.
I can't teach anybody. I'm sorry.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
Selfish. Absolutely, I agree with you.
No. there are teachers out there. I just, like I said, I helped a couple of friends, but that's it.
You're the only person I've ever heard that makes money every time they sit at their computer. So
yeah. In
I
fact,
wanna
sometimes
be your
she
student.
makes too much money. She's actually called me and said, I'd only tell you this. I made too much money. I go, what, Robin? How do you make too much money? Because then I got to pay taxes. I got to do that. I go, Jesus Christ. You made too much money? Because,
I need that problem. I need that problem.
Yeah. So of course she basically said what Bring Back Jackie's saying here. I can't take on teaching the world. I can't take on teaching the world.
The world, no.
By the way, all these douchebags, if they were really making so much substantial money, wouldn't be doing, those who can do, those who can't teach. Right? That's always been the thing.
Absolutely.
That's accurate.
Right, so he's a teacher. She runs like a shitty podcast that has like 20 listeners. But I guess, they're making money. I guess they're
By suckers.
We should do it then, man. What the hell? If these idiots can do it, we can
With
easily
these
do
suckers. But can you sleep at night knowing you just ripped off a bunch of people? I
Right?
mean, seriously, you just ripped off a bunch of people.
So then they go back to the conversation about space origins or blue origins or whatever the fuck it is. And he comes back to this conversation. Now, I know we all were thinking it was bullshit, but I do remember him talking about this last time. But here we go.
Guy. Like even Gary said to me, Howard, do you remember like a year or two ago that I ran into Jeff Bezos's publicist and she asked if you would be wanting to go into space? I guess they were looking for people to go into space around the time William Shatner went in. And I go, are they fucking crazy?
So, as with all conversations with Gary, she probably ran into him at like some event, and she probably just said it in passing. Do you think Howard would want to go into space? Like, wouldn't they all do that? And it's like, nobody really believes that this, gargoyle is going to don a helmet and go into fucking space.
Yeah, I don't think they have size Marf on.
Yeah, no.
Well, you have any idea what frickin' zero gravity does to wigs?
Oops.
You see it like with the freaking with the Space Odyssey music playing in the background, the wig just floating on its own. It'd be like the inanimate carbon rod in the Simpsons episode.
And the other thing is, you notice they didn't ask for Robin because they don't have a rocket big enough yet.
No, they do not.
Oh yeah, yeah. Putting stuff in space is expensive. That's good. That would put Bezos' budget way over.
Exactly. It actually made bankrupt Amazon.
Even Bezos wouldn't be able to afford that.
I go no.
So at around what time was this? 9:55?
No, it was 9:51. 9:51
for today. That was okay. So here's the exciting things we have to look forward to, just so you know. And then of course he realized it wasn't even 10 o'clock when he said this. But we'll come back to that. So here we go.
What else? I think that's it for today. I think I covered most of the stuff that I wanted to cover, but there's always tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I should talk about Mickey Rourke on Celebrity Big Brother.
Oh my goodness, I was reading about that too.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll get
big conversation from early last week.
To it. But I got to the important stuff, like Ronnie won't admit that the earth is round.
That's important.
Coming soon, Wolfie is doing a big investigation on Whackpacker Ass Napkin Ed's relationship with his live-in girlfriend, Sharon. There's trouble in paradise and the relationship might be in jeopardy.
Oh my God.
Really?
Oh, really?
And also Wolfie is checking in. He's got a big report from a pegging party at a mansion in the woods of Virginia. He actually went to one. He's going to have that exclusive.
Does he go to those things by himself?
Yes, he does. He's very brave.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And what else is coming up?
What
I got
else?
a bunch of things.
Yeah? What else?
Maybe I should keep them a surprise.
Oh.
Tomorrow, maybe I'll get to Jeff the Vomit Guy in therapy. We provided him with a therapist.
Really?
Yeah, it's very funny. And maybe I'll get Chris Wilding in here to do his Jeff the Vomit Guy impression. It's really good.
Okay.
All right. So what happens next is a long pause because now it is 9:52 He's
little
done
too early to be doing the promo stuff.
He's done 12 or 14 minutes of commercial or break, whatever, because there's a commercial. So he is now 20 to 22 minutes short of doing a show. And he realizes that he's really short of doing a show. And he's like,
has some time to kill.
He's like, like all of a sudden just goes blank. And what comes up next is it should be a crime in any civilized nation.
Well, P.S. It was the ass napkin Ed.
No, it was not. It was not.
Oh, it was the.
Do you have the tape?
I have. No, I skipped over.
All right, so they start playing Jeff the Vomit guy going to a therapist, and they bring in Wilding because literally they needed to kill it. Literally, he's interviewing Wilding like he just wrote the Torah.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, he is trying to pull any type of information out of him to stretch the time because he realizes he needs to go to almost 10:10 to have a full show. And he goes like to 10:12. He knows he has to get there because he's like, I didn't do a full show. I need to kill time. So they literally play a clip, drag it out with Wilding, play another little part of it, drag it out, and then they dragged out this 5-minute clip.
Bullshit clip for 15 minutes.
For 15 minutes to make it so he did a 3-hour show today. It is getting so painfully obvious that he's watching that clock the entire show. Literally, the clock has to be in front of his face the entire time.
But it seems like every time he's ready to wrap up, we then have to kick it down the road for another 10, 15
because
minutes.
he's too stupid to do he forgot he did a commercial. He forgot he had a break of X amount of minutes, and Sirius doesn't count that as content. I've really come to realize at this point, Sirius doesn't count that as part of the show. The break is no longer part of it. I guess it never was, but it didn't matter before. But it's not part of the show, and he needs to do 3 hours per contract. If he doesn't do 3 hours, it's not a show. And I guarantee that this year there'll be no pop-up shows. Guaranteed at this point, because I bet he caught a lot of shit last year for doing those 1 hour things and calling them a show.
There were 2 the whole year, one in January, one in like July.
No, but also he went on the other podcast and was on there for 35 minutes. What was that one? The 3 dorks.
Speechless. Somethingless.
It's a Smartless.
Smartless.
He went on Smartless and counted that as a show. That actually counted as a show. The Smartless thing. He was on there for a half hour. And they counted that as a show. So literally, Sirius, I guess, with the negotiations, pretty much went, no, you need to do 3 hours to count it as a show. So there won't be any pop-ups. There's going to be nothing just spontaneously happening this year. There's going to be nothing happening because they have literally told him what the score is, and he don't like it, but it's reality. He's done. He is as done as a doornail. He is finished. And honestly, he'll have to come crawling to be back on Sirius with almost no staff. They're gonna get rid of that studio. They're gonna fire. If he comes back, they will have 10 people maybe, and they will not have that space. There will be no studio there, guaranteed, because that is a big sore point for Sirius. That's a lot of wasted real estate they can't use.
Okay, well, while we're talking about that, let me show you a picture of Tam Mom.
Ah!
Okay. It was 2 days ago.
Jesus wept. What the hell? Minka.
Come on, guys.
Oh my God. You know what? I just want her to start singing Mammy. What the hell is going on there?
Look at Wolfie. Looking gorgeous, Patricia. Thank you, Wolfie. What a sweet thing to say. I hope your day is going great. Mine is. Talk to you soon.
She looks like Tom the cat when Jerry blows a dynamite stick in his face.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I think somebody said something very similar to that on the show today. Like when the Roadrunner blows himself up with TNT.
That's Coyote.
Right. That's what she.
I mean, she's looking really rough.
And she does.
Bro. Ruffles like 10 miles down the road.
She does like she does like crazy. I mean, I can just tell you.
It's getting to the point of just being sad. It's getting sad at this point.
That was 8 miles down the road, bro.
The thing is, this is the really sad part about like social media and having the ability to put yourself out there when you really aren't very adept.
She looks like those pictures of like the Industrial Revolution with the coal miners. Like,
I mean, this is the thing is just
happy Tuesday.
She has no one. She has obviously no one in her life to actually point her into her direction. There's no one to say no at this point, right? Because it doesn't seem that way. It seems like there's a lot of enablers around her. I mean, this has gotten sad at this point.
I don't know. I don't even
I mean,
know.
with the Stern Show, with
weird crap,
they give her.
And
I don't even know what to say.
I mean,
like, what is she going for? Like, I'm at a loss at what she's trying to convey with that look.
I highly suggest people go and check her out on Twitter. I mean, here she is tanning naked. She has her own tanning bed, obviously. This is what she does. So
yeah, but
how old is she?
Is that like bad tan spray? 60s. What's going on there? I mean, honestly,
60s, I think, right?
I don't know. I feel like she's not. Like, I feel like she.
I thought she was in her 60s by now.
57.
Oh dear shit.
57, my friends.
Oh, that's not good.
This is what 57 looks like.
No, that's not what 57 looks like.
No,
that poor thing. I mean, I mean, the way they abuse her on the show.
50.
And then she does this to herself. Like I mean, Jesus. I mean,
she was tainted before they met her.
I understand that, but Jesus.
Isn't her claim to fame originally that she left her kid alone while she went to go get a tan?
No, she brought her kid to the tanning booth with her.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, I knew it was some hook with the tanning machine.
Yeah, early Patricia. Let me see. Early Patricia. I'm looking for early Patricia. Yeah, I don't know.
It's enough. It's enough of Patricia Marie at this point. It's the 15 minutes ended years ago, and it's just being dragged on at this point, and it's sad because no one is setting in the right direction.
Here she is, like a fucking Oompa Loompa when she first got busted. That's what
she looks like a Star Trek special effect when the beam thing goes wrong.
She looks like in Willy Wonka where the girl chews on like
totally
the gum that has like dinner in it and whatever. Blueberry pie. I mean, that is as unnatural as a color can possibly be. It's just wrong. I almost want to say that I feel bad for her. I mean, I interviewed her and I remained kind of friendly with her. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy.
I mean, she's just an attention whore at any cost, basically.
And you know what? She's kicked into like this whole Twitter thing where she has people that follow her and that listen to her. And so I guess she's just, I mean, it's pretty formulaic. So she's just giving people, what they want.
I guess, but my God.
I know. All right, let's wrap this shit show up. Here's the end of the show. Here we go.
But guy is not
I got to get out of here.
Preferred word. Like the real Jeff, I won't stop.
The Knicks still won. When I puke on the court, they still won. I'm going to take a doo-doo on the court and take them to the championship.
Good.
Just when you thought the terrible impersonations couldn't get
and they were horrible today, by the way.
Can anybody in chat say who that was being impersonated? In fact, play it again.
Well, Weaver didn't listen to the show.
Yeah, I dare anyone to tell me who that impersonation is.
Preferred word. Like the real Jeff, I won't stop.
The Knicks still won. When I puke on the court, they still won. I'm going to take a doo-doo on the court and take them to the championship.
Good. I'm all for it. Thanks, Tracy. All right.
I mean, we said Tracy.
Wow.
So.
What a jam-packed.
That sounds like Tracy Morgan after a stroke or 6. I mean, it's not even close. If you didn't say Tracy, you would have no idea who that was.
There you go.
I'm horny.
Well, you remain that way, okay? I'm a proprietor of women's vomit.
And that's supposed to be
okay?
Jeff the Vomit Guy.
Right. Speaking of horny, I'll leave you with this. This is crazy. Let me read this to you. You know Casey Musgraves, who came on our show and she's so fucking hot?
Yeah.
Singer Casey Musgraves recently posted a tweet that said, quote, "Is it possible to die of horniness? Asking for a friend."
Asking for a friend.
Yeah.
How old is this? Is this 2 weeks old now?
It's the craziest fucking tweet ever.
Is it really
It
the
is.
craziest tweet ever?
Crazy. What was going on there?
I'll leave you with that thought. Maybe we'll pick that up tomorrow morning.
You know what I love about that logic?
Hang on.
We're wonderful, Robin, every day with these wonderful shows. And tomorrow we get to do it all over again. Oh, my God. How could I ever retire with this kind of fun? Zip
Easy.
Recruiter.
There you go.
So the fact that he said that's the craziest tweet at the end of the show, when he started off with Kanye doing what he did, speaks volumes of his mindset.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
But
Kanye
Casey
did, that's normal, Robin.
But
I
Casey
did that. I called that
Musgraves-
Thursday.
With Casey Musgraves, that was like 2 weeks ago, right?
It's old
It's been a
music,
while.
and it's something that didn't even pick up that much traction, to be honest.
No one cared.
It was
Didn't
one of
you
those
post
like
that
it was
on, didn't you post that on Gunk?
no,
Oh.
that was too boring.
It was so uninteresting. We didn't even post it.
Yeah. I want to leave you with this because I just thought it was so bizarre. I love that somebody called it peak homosexual. But I have no feelings for this fucking Andrew Tate dude, and I think that he is absolutely detrimental to society. And
I don't know what we're going on this, but okay.
yeah,
I don't even know what this is. I don't care.
yeah, it's great. It's
Whatever.
it's. What do you mean, whatever?
I don't know. I don't know. I just whatever.
Okay, Genius, don't move. The bishop.
Okay, you ready? This is as good as it gets. Here we go. Come on.
What the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here?
What the hell is going on here?
I have no words for this. I mean, this is
what he posts. This is peak homosexual. Absolutely.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think
Oh,
it's really, really
absolutely.
small.
Well, touch me in the morning and then just walk away.
Exactly.
I mean, he's hooking, he's drinking, he's doing something on the interwebs,
Weightlifting,
and his really plain, poorly decorated house with all the white that's really kind of bland. Yeah.
Wait, and then we got the cash and the watches.
Yes.
Okay, come on. What the fuck goes on here? Like, who does this appeal to? Is this supposed to be a something?
It's all about him, Ed.
I don't get the Andrew Tate thing.
You know, the thing is, I've seen watches like that before, but they're usually on the street, and on the mat. I have on a little blanket, and you like pick the one you like.
It's just gross. He's really just.
That was bizarre. That was really strange.
It was all over the internet. On Twitter.
That's what that guy posts like that stuff all the time. That's
he's kind of gross.
That's kind of bizarre. No, it's odd, but he gets a lot of views, right?
I guess, but he's kind of gross.
Fuck, now I know what I need to do. DJ's Classic Garage. I'm going to show you. I'm going to be working out.
There you go, bro.
His underwear.
In underwear in my little room.
You should have a bunch of like those Casio watches.
Exactly. I'll
like about a dozen on a table.
I'll get my pile of Timexes, and then I'll have my quarter collection right there.
Yes, yes. And you have Puzzle hitting a hookah. that's what I want to see on freaking.
Oh God! All right, we're done. We're done with this shit show for today. Yeah, we're done. Tomorrow we have tomorrow to look forward to.
We have tomorrow to look forward to, which is more of what we had today, except it's tomorrow, and
that's right. Pretty much what we had today, except tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be tomorrow.
We could literally
start.
We could literally start tomorrow's show right now because we can pretty much like walk you through everything.
The only thing is that he's looking forward to sliding down the Brontosaurus at 10:10.
Yeah,
I guarantee there'll be a very short break tomorrow. There's really no reason for him to do it, and he's gonna be sliding down that Brontosaurus as early as humanly possible.
Yes,
and tell us about nothing that's coming up next week because fuck all, there ain't nothing coming up. Literally, there's 3 huge movies coming out in July, and they're already starting to promote them. And I guarantee not one person from any of those movies will be on the show.
Absolutely,
not one person.
So we got The Bad Guys, Donnie Darko, and Kung Fu Panda.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
What?
From what year were you talking about?
Superman by James Gunn, the Flame-tastic 4, and then another friggin' Jurassic Park movie that will make $1 billion because
you know what I love about these Jurassic Park movies. Every movie is about, hey, there's an island nobody knows about where they had these other dinosaurs. It's like no one's figured every few years they find another island that just happen to be.
What do you know? What are the odds?
What are the odds?
Because there is a new Mission Impossible coming out. I would
kill
Tom Cruise. I would fucking kill for Tom Cruise. That would be.
Oh, I know. It's his last one. I mean, this is
amazing.
Huge. This is the last Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
No, it is.
Really, I think it is. I don't think he can do the stunts anymore. He may kill himself if he keeps doing that stuff.
You should stop, dude. I mean, but yeah, it's like, come on.
I mean, he literally, but we're not going to have any guest from any of these things that anyone's going to be talking about. I mean, seriously, not
one. Isn't like Fantastic Four coming out too?
The end of July.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be bad, but at least they could come on and promo on his show. I mean, I don't understand why James Gunn is so full of himself. I'm surprised James Gunn hasn't talked about James Gunn on the Stern Show.
That is kind of shocking. But and then wouldn't you think after what happened in The Last of Us and like that, and that Pedro Pascal is also going to be in Fantastic Four, that would be a great get. Like that would be a great fucking get.
Pedro Pascal is everywhere, so
he is everywhere. That dude,
it's annoying at this point.
Not on Stern.
It's the only place he isn't going is Stern.
Well, when was the last time someone was on the show that had a hit movie that weekend?
A recent movie that was a hit
in the last 10 years.
I got nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm processing.
Honestly, I don't think there's been anybody in a long. It's been a while, bro.
Robert Downey Jr. doesn't count because he isn't doing that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for the movie.
Gosh, I want to say, what's the other one's name? Bradley Cooper, maybe.
Yeah,
I think Bradley Cooper's as close as you can get.
As close as you can get. But he came in to promote a movie that bombed.
That's right.
Yeah, he did.
That bombed hard.
The one where the dude, the composer with the nose and shit, whatever.
Yes, that didn't do good.
Yeah, that made like $5.
That's what we have to look forward to tomorrow, my friends. Absolutely nothing.
Oh wait, no, but we have Subhuman Wolfie doing subhuman things.
I don't care about Wolfie
or either. It's going to be awful.
We don't.
Yeah, you know what I care about?
Okay, Genius, don't move. The bishop.
All right. Well, guys, girls, children of all ages. Yes. That is it for us for tonight. So we shall see you anon, and you guys have a wonderful night. I'm so glad we got out of here before like 10 o'clock.
Woohoo! Well, there's not a lot to talk about. We stretched this out. This was a 20-minute show.
Like a dog with no legs, we dragged this shit out. Seriously, this was just horrible. But yeah, so we'll see you guys mañana. Thank you for hanging with us. And Dennis will tell us all about his live show that's going to be on Thursday tomorrow.
Thursday,
So that is
8:30.
fresh in your brain.
Yes,
Okay?
you need to come and support it because otherwise cars will die.
Cars will die.
Absolutely.
Cars have given their lives for Dennis's.
For the price
job.
of one cup of coffee, you too can save a car.
Exactly.
Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any discussion at radiogunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so that you know when we're going to have a new show. Thanks.